You can call me Douglas. I'm a mathematics teacher or a physics teacher. And today I want us to look at special angles. Special angles. Back from primary school, you learned of different types of angles. Reflex angles, acute angles, obtuse angles. You learned of all those angles. But here in high school, we're going to look at these special angles. When you talk of special angles, there are only three special angles. We have 30 degrees, we have 45 degrees, and 60 degrees. Now, why do we call them special angles? For us to know why they are special angles, we have to look at two triangles. We have a triangle here, a triangle there, that is called an isosceles triangle, and you're going to look at another triangle, which is a right angle triangle. When you talk of a right angle triangle, it's a triangle whereby here it's 90 degrees. So in this triangle here, we're going to have it's not an isosceles triangle, it's an equilateral triangle. Where when you talk of an equilateral triangle, all sides are equal, right? Is it? All sides are equal. All sides are equal. So we are going to use a specific triangle where the side is 2 here. So here we're going to have 2. Here we are going to have 2. But here we are going to divide this into 2. So when you divide this into 2, you're going to have what and what? Here we're going to have 1 and 1. Are we together? Yes. Then when you drop a perpendicular line there, that means here we have it's right angle there and it's right angle there. So if it's right angle, so this is the hypotenuse, this is the base, so we can get the height. So we can use Pythagoras theorem, that is a squared plus b squared is equals to c squared. So when you take, if this is the hypotenuse, so we know very well that for us to get this one here, so we're going to have 1 squared plus our b, which we don't have, b squared is equals to our c, which is 2 squared, which is 4. So if you take 1 to the other side, you're going to have b squared is equal to 4 minus 3, which is 1, isn't it? 3. Are we together up to there? Yes. So if I square root that side and I square root that side, you're going to have that b is equals to root 3. Are we together? So we are now back to third form. So b is equals to root 3. So here we're going to have root 3. Are we together? Yes. Then we look at this triangle here. So in this triangle, we always look at it as hapo inakuanga 1 na hapo inakuanga 1. I said it's a specific triangle. So usikuja kuweka your own number. You have to put these numbers here because it's a specific. So if it's a rectangle triangle, so you can use Pythagoras theorem. So you're going to have a squared plus b squared is equals to c. So 1 squared plus 1 squared is equals to c squared. Now the hypotenuse, is it? No, tuko pamoja hadi hapo. Yes. So ni 1 plus 1 squared is 1. So 1 plus 1, which is c squared. So c squared is equals to 2. Square root that side, square root that side. So our c is equals to root 2. So that is root 2. Are we together? Yes. Now we say this is an equilateral triangle. An equilateral triangle means that all angles add up to 180, and each angle is 60 degrees. So here it's going to be 60 degrees. This is 60 degrees. So this was 60 degrees, but we divided it into 2. So you're going to have what? 30 degrees and 30 degrees. Are we together? Then this is 90 degrees. Here we're going to have 45 degrees, and here we're going to have 45 degrees. So this is 45 plus 45, 90 plus 90, which is 180. 60 plus 60 plus 60, 180. 60 plus 90 plus 30 is going to give me 180. So these are the two special triangles that are going to help us get the special angles. That is 30, 45, and 60. But they're going to help us get those angles using something that we call the SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Are you together? Yes. Now, SOHCAHTOA means sine is equal to opposite of a hypotenuse. Cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent is equal to opposite over adjacent. We start with 30 degrees. So sine 30 degrees is equal to what? We come and look. Sine in the opposite. So what is the opposite of 30? Ni 1. So ni 1 over. So the opposite over hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is equal to 2. So ni 1 over 2. Cos 30 degrees is equal to what? Cosine means ni adjacent over hypotenuse. So cos here 30 ni adjacent. Mtazamo yake ni root 3. Very good. Root 3, and the hypotenuse is what? 2. Are you together?
Yes.
Then tan 30 degrees. Tan 30 degrees is going to be opposite over adjacent. So opposite here 30 degrees is what? 1 over root 3. So it's going to be 1 over root 3. Are you together up to there?
Yes.
Then we could just sine 60 degrees. Sine 60 degrees is equal to what? Sine 60 degrees is going to be, now you can use either this 60 or this 60. So sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite yake ni hii. So it's going to be root 3 over hypotenuse, which is, are you together?
Yes.
So you can note that sine 60 degrees is equal to cosine 30 degrees. You know that they are the same?
Yes.
Then we have cos 60 degrees. Cos 60 degrees, so cos ni adjacent over hypotenuse. So ni adjacent over hypotenuse. So ni 1 over 2. And in this case, when you want to do this question, remember the question that we want to look at here is a question which is in this format. For example, 1 plus cos 60 degrees, cos 30 degrees, over 1 minus sine 60 degrees. So this is the question we want to solve. Remember, simplify that question. Now remember, usitumie calculator ama mathematical table. So you have to understand ile cos 30 inakuanga nini. So for you to understand that, you need to know this concept here. So that's why when you need to know this concept, do not try to fix these numbers to decimals. Zieke tu venye ziko into surd form and into fraction form. Are we together?
Yes.
Tuende kwa tan 60 degrees is going to be, so tan ni opposite of adjacent, so it's 60 opposite yake ni root 3 over 3 over 1 over what? 1. Are we together?
Yes.
So we now have, si tuko na cos 30
Yes.
na tuko na sin 60.
Yes.
So we can be able to solve now such a question here. So if you try to solve this question, sometimes unapatanga wametokea dot hapo hivyo. It can come in very many formats. So when you're solving this question, utakuja useme now it's going to be 1 plus, so what is cos 30 from that table? Cos 30 will be what? Root 3 over 2 over sin 60 is what? Sin 60? Sin 60 is root 3 over 2. Now, this takes you back to something that is called rationalizing. You know something called rationalizing. Now, you have 1 plus root 3 over 2 over 1 minus root 3 over 2. You want to get this answer. For you to get this answer, you need to rationalize. By rationalizing means you multiply by the conjugate. Remember, nimekufunza what's a conjugate. So you're going to multiply with the conjugate of the denominator. So the conjugate of this is going to be what? The conjugate of this side, 1 plus 3 over 2. Do not confuse. Hii root 3 iko tu juu. Iko juu. Haiko hivi. Ni root 3 tu iko. Ni 3 tu iko na root. So times that by that, and then plus 1 plus root 3 over 2. Are you together up to there?
Yes.
Then you multiply it, so it's going to have now 1 plus root 3 over 2 into bracket 1 plus root 3 over 2 Then we have 1 minus root 3 over 2 to bracket 1 plus root 3 over 2. Now these are something else that people get confused. So when you're multiplying this, you can also multiply 1 times 1, which is 1. Then 1 times root 3 over 2. It's going to be, so plus root 3 over 2. Then, so tushamalizana na hii 1 hapo. Kuja hii ya pili. So root 3 over 2 times 1. It's going to be what? So plus root 3 over 2. Are we together?
Yes.
Then root 3 over 2 times root 3 over 2. So root 3 times root 3 is root 9. Root 9 is 3. Are we together?
Yes.
Then 2 times 2 is 4. So it's going to be what? Plus 3 over 4. You may get your concept up. Then 1 times 1 is 1. Then 1 times root 3 over 2 is going to be plus root 3 over 2. Then root 3 over 2, negative root 3 over 2 times 1, so we minus root 3 over 2. Then root 3 times root 3 is root 9. The square root of root 9 is 3. So it's going to be minus 3 over 4. Are we together?
Yes.
So see here we mentioned.
Yes.
So what is 1 minus 3 over 4? See, that is a quarter.
Yes.
So hapo hivyo chini tuko na a quarter. Is it?
Yes.
Then what is 1 plus 3 over 4? 1 plus 3 over 4?
1 over 4.
It will be 1 for number and 3 over 4. Then what is root 3 over 2 plus root 3 over 2? We can just write it as a plus 2 root 3 over 2. Right together?
Yes.
And then from there you can even choose to you can choose to leave it like that. Are we together?
Yes.
So from this concept, you've learned of the 3 special angles. So from these special angles, tunapatanga the sine 30, sine 40, sine 30, sine 45, na tan 45. Are we together? Like from the special angles, you can get the sine, the cosine, and the tangent. And then those special angles are the ones which are going to help you to solve this question. So that means first of all you need to know the special angles and you get all the cosine, the sine and the tangent for you to be able to solve this question. And then this question here is going to take you back to third form. So when you get back to third form, you need to know the conjugate and you need to know how to rationalize. Are we together?